right, we're going to talk about the top 5 quality of life features that I want to come to the game. Join with me is Valet Flying. What's up? What's my guy?
What is up? I see you. What is up, Bobo Gamer?
Yeah, so we're going to make, we did this video on your channel and you did 5 and I did 5.
Slouch.
You're fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
We're very
matter.
Zoom today.
Get closer to the camera. Hi. Big faces. That'll probably be good for the thumbnail. I don't even know. You sent them a tweet, and they actually responded to your tweet. It's been over 3 years. We want an auto basic button in Marvel Strike Force. This is not a lot of engaging content for in-game players now. Can we please finally get it added in 2021? And then they responded to you. Actually, it's pretty cool. They've been very engaging with us. Yeah. Even with my, I send them dumb tweets all the time, man.
I love your line of artwork.
Yeah, something's wrong with my tweets. If you see any tweet from me that ends in okay bye, just understand that it was not a serious tweet.
It's a character.
Yes,
it's I don't know. Maybe it's not.
Yeah, the okay bye thing is just like, oh my god, it's a mess.
Wait, read the response.
Yes, okay, we're working on it. We have a list of quality of life improvements, requests from the community. We've been making progress over the years, working on top priorities. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, that's interesting. Now, so
all right.
Okay, so I had in my list of raid problems, I had 3 in one category. 3 quality of life improvements that I just count as one quality of life improvement for raids. 1, auto basic. Auto basic. So auto basic is like in Galaxy of Heroes they have it, and it's vital for cooldowns. So like when you're at the end of the raid and you could just, instead of hitting auto and it's doing the ultimate and then you're screwed on cooldowns, it just does basic attack onlys. So you could just smash the basic attack button, which I've done many times.
Yeah. I do that all the time.
I do it all the time.
I don't want to do that anymore.
But then you either time out or you break your fingers, or if you have this auto basic button. They have it in Galaxy of Heroes. It's a really simple thing. And then the other thing is, a lot of people have mentioned this auto on start. You're in the loading screen. Why can't you start the battle on auto? Because how many times have you put your phone down, you forgot, and you come back and you never put it on auto, right? Like, you know what I mean? You forgot because the loading screen is so long. And then
and hold on, let me just wait back. The devs do that too. When we were there a few years ago, the devs say they always do that, and people are yelling at them. They do that as well.
Okay. But do they?
Okay.
But do they?
Oh, but do they? Guy.
and then lastly is sim raid. Now, This is sim raid. All right, well, sim raids. All right, and have it work like Blitz raid. Now, I had an epiphany the other day on stream. Actually, I was in the middle of offer review when the idea hit me, and I can find the footage where I was on a tangent, and it just kind of occurred to me, like, there seems to be this big disconnect between the developers and our raid experience. Like how horrible the gamma requirements are, like the problems with gamma in general, and the 5-minute timeout problem, and the auto basic button, and then the starting on auto. All these little things, right? And it's like, and then the idea occurred to me is, it feels like they don't play the game, and then someone in chat corrected me. It says, well, they do play the game, but they probably don't play the game the way we do. And I had this epiphany of, remember we had what was that, 9 months ago, where accidentally enabled in game for maybe like 10 minutes, there was sim raid and sim blitz. Like people were on stream and they could sim blitz and sim raid. What if the only purpose of that was for the developers to not have to be bothered on their personal accounts, and they actually put it into the live build? Because this is in the live build. It's not a test build feature. This is a live build feature, and it just is enabled on certain accounts.
Can we get that? How do we get that feature on our account?
Well, it's probably just a true false tab inside of their files. I'm dead serious, because it's in the game. Right. It's been built into the game since then, and it worked correctly. It wasn't a developer, like a beta feature. It was a fully functional feature that worked correctly at the time when we were playing with it, and it was really strange. So how terrible would that be? And I don't know if this is true or not, but how terrible would that be if they took the time to code that for themselves, so they don't have to play raids on their personal account because it takes too much time, and yet they can't be bothered to do something simple like auto basic or start on auto, in the raids.
That'd be extremely challenging. Let me just say, if in this hypothetical world that you're talking about, they were doing some shenanigans that let them do stuff, not experience what we're experiencing, know what pains and problems that we need solved, and they were enabling this stuff for themselves and not giving the players any relief, that would be extremely trashy. If some devs would do that, that would be very, very bad.
I don't think they're having the same experience as us. I really don't.
That's the main reason. There should be some, and obviously not everybody in Scopely needs to have the exact same experience as us. There should be a bunch of people in Scopely,
right.
And I'm not sure what the exact numbers. There should be some people that have the exact same experience and know what our problems and pain points are, and they should know this stuff. They should be able to know that. That's what I think. That eliminates them from that knowledge.
And I want to take this a step further. Why can't this be enabled for RTA? RTA is decided before the match starts. Very few RTA matches you can win or lose by playing correctly. Most of them, you see the screens loading up and you already know if you lost. Why can't you just have an start on auto button? You hit auto, start on autoplay, so it automatic, and that also bypasses that horrible timer where if they have lag, how long is, sometimes you sit there for like, what is it, 160-second timer? It's like,
that's bad.
So if the other person on the other end hit start on auto, then obviously it would just kick into battle and you would bypass the timer. How much better would that be?
Why even have the game mode? Why just eliminate the game mode? If that's what the game mode is gonna be, just eliminate it. That's not fun.
No, it's fun. Like it seems like they're focused on engagement or screen time rather than fun time.
Screen time.
And how much of the screen time is that loading screen anyways? Like really, how much of did they ever factor that in? Like how much screen time have you had?
That's part of their metrics. That's part of their metrics.
Okay, so we're gonna go. So that's my number one. That's 1 of 5. I've got 4 more.
Oh my goodness,
that was a lot of suggestions there. And then you talk.
Wait, you said there's 3 that are different. You got 3 different ones.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the other one. They're gonna go to the other one that's the same. Save squads. Do we even need to talk about save squads? We need more save squads.
They know this. They've teased this. It's still not here. We've been talking about this for years as well.
Tabs. Tabs and save squads. They're supposed to be next patch, right? Because it was supposed to be this first 6 months of the year, and then they responded on Reddit, said next patch. So hopefully it is next patch, right? We'll see, right?
I thought that next patch you was referring to was this patch, but maybe I'm mistaking the timeline.
Yeah, well, we need save squads, right?
Let me just say this before we move on. Before I even started playing this game, this feature, the SABs, unlimited tabs for save squads, was already in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. That was over 3 years ago. We still don't have that in Marvel Strike Force.
And I mentioned it in your video. There was a point in time where they wanted to charge people for extended save tabs. Like to get 5 more, you got to spend $10 or something. And that idea lasted like 5 minutes on the forums. They got shut down.
I don't remember that, but that's a horrible idea.
Okay, so the next one. So I believe we talked about those 2 on your channel. So here we're going to talk about.
I'm curious about these.
All right, so this one is just more of something that I think would be fun is to see what teams win on defense, like your defensive wins. To be able to see your defensive wins, if you're holding it all ever, how many defensive wins you get. Personally, I'm not a really fan of the slingshot mechanic in this, or collusion, or whatever you want to call. Collusion is actually, I think it's
collusion is borderline cheating.
No, I'm not going there.
I'm not involved with it. The game was intended.
I'm not involved with it, but to me, it's just like you can't really control people do. But if the slingshot didn't exist, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter if there was no slingshot. I don't think. I think it's not the player's fault; it's the developer's fault for allowing slingshot to be in the game. I mean, players are going to do whatever to get ahead and do their things. But anyways, a revamp of the arena system. Personally, I would like a system based off of rather than having it ending at a certain time every day. Personally, I would like if it took your average holding position, like what place you held in the arena. Okay. So like if you held 11, like 80% of the day, you get so many points, for how long you're at each spot, and then at the end of the day, you either held the best, or you place that way, rather than it all just being this last second fight in the last 10 minutes or something like that. And then I think it'd be incentive for me to play more. Like if I log in, I see that I got knocked down, then I'll try to climb. You know what I mean? Because I want to stay high, right? I want to grow. I want to advance as early as I can or as often as I can, right? That might be fun.
I like that. If they eliminate the slingshot mechanic, I would like that, because we can go to 1 to 50 in a matter of sequence if everything works out like that. So, yeah.
Okay, and then
both of those I like.
Then my next two quality of life features that I would like to see is I'd like to see playbacks of war battles. Of all war battles being able to be played back.
Okay.
So I could see my defensive war battles, my offensive war battles. You can see how they play out. If it could be real time, that'd be even more amazing. I mean, they do this in this ancient game called Clash of Clans. How old is that game? That game's been out for 10 years. I don't know, 8 years, something like that. And they do it on that game. So to be able to see like offensive wins and defensive wins, and then lastly, my number one thing that I wish for is the elimination of a time-based alliance war and to move towards an efficiency-based war. Okay, first of all, this is a global game.
I like that.
And because it's time-based, that means that if you want to play competitively, we all have to log in at a certain time of the day, and we have to get our attacks in the first 2 hours, and then several hours later at the end of the war, we all have to be on. And for some people, that's in the middle of the night. For me, there's sometimes these wars end at 2 a.m. I'm setting alarm clocks. And then also, so not only is that garbage, that's just a garbage system. And it also creates a second problem, is that everybody, they've got all these multiple time zones, right? And they have zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. And you know what? And so it's fragmented the community, and it gets very thin at the top. And, basically nobody gets to play against each other unless they want to switch time zones. And it's just bad all around. It's bad if you have a family and you're in the wrong time zone. And even if you're in the wrong time zone and you do set up in the correct time zone, the end of the war time is going to be different than the war start time. And it's just a mess. What's the chances of those two times being convenient? Why can't it be efficiency based, where you have 24 hours to get your attacks on and you're rewarded by making smart decisions, whether or not you went in with an undersized team, how much health you managed, come out, you get points for playing efficiently as possible. And when you get the attacks in the 24-hour period is not that important, so you can work around your schedule.
That's what people have been wanting since this was in beta. Alliance War was in beta, right? Make it so that you could do your attacks whenever, and not have it have to have it at a set time. But the feedback wasn't taken. Same thing, Real Time Arena. I don't think you even had any feedback. So
no.
It's all about the testing and having the devs play this. I don't think they play competitive Alliance Wars and know what the problems with Alliance Wars is and how to fix it. And as they don't know the problem. So yes, I agree. Alliance Wars make it efficiency based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so those are the quality of life things. I actually think an auto basic thing will happen, believe it or not. I think they'll do the auto basic. I think they might do the auto on start. I don't know if they'll do any of the rest of these things. I really don't. I don't think they will. I think they're
save squads. They'll do save squads.
They'll do save squads. I think save squads and auto basic is realistic. The rest of it, I think, is just kind of not going to happen. I think they're going to do their thing. Anything you want to say before we wrap it up? Because you had a different list on yours. You guys are actually completely different items on your list as well.
Yeah, different list. Check it out, guys. Let me know. Let me know in the comments which list you would prefer.
Mine's
as
better.
Far as quality of life.
Mine's better. No, I don't know.
I disagree.
Mine's better. Go check out Valley's video. Link will be the link will be in the top of the description. Bye.
Woo!